Doing a little sound test here. I see sound on my board here. Put my head out of the way so you can actually see what it says there. And here I come. Hi there, I'm Thomas Willeford. If you haven't figured that out by now, you might want to change the channel or go to some other website or something. I should be on Facebook and on YouTube at the moment. This has been kind of cool that I can do both of those. Isn't technology wonderful? Today's subject, at least for the moment, is going to be checking some stuff because it pops up over here and suddenly I flicker. What's that? What's that? About safe travel during this time, during the pandemic, which is still going on. I know it's hard to believe that it's still going on. It's almost a year. And guess what? The virus doesn't care, not even a little bit. But I'm going to give you my first thing I believe most strongly about the pandemic. The first thing you should do, absolutely the most important thing, is stay home. Don't, really. Hello. Yeah, sounds great. Oh, cool. Yeah, I got the microphone all fixed and everything like that. It was having a problem. But like I said, the first trick of pandemic travel is to stay home. Do not go. And it's our own human arrogance. We have to go out there because it's important to us. Our little trip, our thing. Oh, but I won't see Grandma. I feel a little weird because if I can say all the things, I know all the things I'm supposed to say. You could hurt Grandma, you could do this. If you haven't figured it out by now, you're not going to learn it anytime soon. You're not going to suddenly have an epiphany till it bites you in the ass, till someone you know dies. And even then, a little part of your brain just might go, yeah, but there was only a 1% chance someone would die, and I know 100 people and one died, so I don't guess anyone else is going to. Statistics don't work that way. They don't. I know it seems like it does. I know when you play D&D, you think it does. It does not. Here's the bad thing. You can do everything right. You can do everything right and still get cancer. It's just you're changing probabilities, and humans are very bad at math. So they go, well, will it really? Until it happens to you. And even when it happens, we do this thing that tries to keep us going by going, well, maybe I'm still immune, and a lot of it's I'm special. It won't happen to me because I'm special. It'll happen to someone else, but it won't happen to me. Anyway, I know that since a lot of you chuckle nuts are not going to stay home, you're going to find a reason, and it's going to be so desperately important that you travel. I know I have things I've had to do. I've had to deliver things. I've had to help people start their lives. I've had to do things that are keeping them alive, keeping them in Weetabix, the whole thing. So when you're going to travel, what do? Couple things. One is I have multiple masks in my car. They live in my car. There's some in my glove box. I keep them in a plastic bag, in a sealed plastic bag. You can do, again, you can seal off everything, do off everything. Nothing's going to be 100%. There's no such thing as, the only thing that's going to be 100% chance that you're not going to catch the disease is if you're already dead. That's the only way. And I'm not recommending that one. So, yeah, I have a bunch of masks in my car. They sit there. They live there. So I don't go, oops, forgot my mask. Well, it'll be okay if I go into the 7-Eleven. By the way, 7-Eleven's a germ factory. We all know. It's a bad idea anyway. But yeah, the first thing is keep a bunch of masks around and keep the paper ones and stuff like that. I keep them in a plastic bag, a Ziploc bag in my car. So if I go, oh, I forgot. The other one is stop being embarrassed. When you go into a store and they go, your mask, don't feel the need to, well, I don't care. I'm embarrassed, so I'm not going to. Just be embarrassed and get the hell out and go get your mask. Just do it. Pretend you don't have a choice in the matter. Because soon you won't. There's going to be a national mask mandate. And I know that your rebellious teenager inside of you that started smoking at 9 is going to be like, You can't make me do this. Oh, God. If I knew it would just affect individuals, I would let you do it just and watch you die. I'm just like, oh my God, watch. Ooh, roll the dice. Ooh, that one dies. But you're going to give it to someone else. You're going to give it to your kids and your grandparents. So I'm going to recommend you don't do these things. Thing is, I've been doing, when I travel, I am in my car. I use the card to pay for my gas out there. By the way, there's very little evidence that surface contact is what's spreading this. It's person to person. So the whole, well, actually, if you touch that, you're full of shit. Shut up. And you can tell me I'm wrong. But I've actually done the research a little bit here, and I'm right. So don't care. Anyway, using your card, use your card swipe, put your gas in, and then get the hell out. If you got to get a soda or something, the smartest thing is to go through the drive-thru. Least amount of contact. You've got that one person. You're not in there with a bunch of other people. It's dodgy, of course, but all the major chains are under more scrutiny than the mom and pop shop when it comes to drive-up. And most mom and pop shops don't have drive-up. But you're getting the best insulation, I guess is the best way, from possibly catching COVID or spreading it, which is more important. I'm more worried about spreading it than catching it. Because there are people who are asymptomatic, will never see a symptom in their life. And they are kind of the most dangerous because you never know. I don't want to be Typhoid Tom. So I'm not going to do that. So stay in your car. Stay in your car. Eat your meals in your car. And by the way, some people say, I don't like that. I didn't ask you what you liked. What I like is not having COVID affecting my life in any way. But that's not on the menu. So yeah. Stay in your car, go through the drive-thru, get your coffee at McDonald's or at Starbucks if you have to. Be all bougie, get it at Starbucks. Tastes about the same, actually. I know, I just committed some heresy there. But yeah, that's what I did. I had to take a trip to Atlanta, and that's what I did. When I'm doing stuff for people, I'm still staying 6 feet away or more. If I have to deliver furniture, anything under 6 feet long, I can pick up myself, so I'm not worried. I did deliver some furniture for someone, and I'm like, get on that end, stay over there. It's really hard because your friends feel like you're treating them like a leper. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's true and too bad. And I did this. I was very distant, and I had people say, you were so distant last time I saw you. You know what? Well, too bad. I'm sorry. Next time, when there's not a rampant disease. By the way, I could tell you all the statistics, the real statistics about COVID, all that type of stuff. It would not matter to you. You will come up with a reason in your head. I'm sorry if I sound very cynical. It's just I have watched this, having traveled across the country and up and down, doing the traveling, being super careful. I have watched how uncareful people are, including good friends, including smart people. They're just like, yeah, I'm careful with everyone but you, Thomas. Yeah, I'm going to believe that. What? No. And of course, I get to be the bad guy, but I have no problem with this. It sucks, but I'm not going to be the bad guy who gave Granny COVID, so there. The other thing is, I've been staying in chain, if I have to stay in a hotel, I've slept in my van a couple times or whatever, I stay in a chain hotel. There's a little more oversight. That's why. Yes, they're all independently owned and operated, and yes, if you want to find a flaw, you will find it. If you're looking for a flaw, if it's that important, then go back to, let's see, what was the other thing? Go back to this. Stay home. If you're like, oh, I can't do that because I'm paranoid about, there's your answer. It's right there. Stay the blank home. By the way, see that? See that right there? If you want to see me on YouTube, that'd be great because it actually, says how many subscribers and all that type of stuff, and then yay, all those views. It helps. If you want to go over to the YouTube channel for it, I'd love it. But yeah, The chain hotels have a little more oversight. If you go in, also, you're allowed to go in and look at a hotel room and then say, that's not clean. That's not taken care of. When on my last trip, got into a hotel room. I was like, yay, team, oh, this is not bad. There were no towels. That means they took the towels to clean them, but they never returned them. And that was okay. And then I found a half full, this is a decent hotel, a half full bottle of Fanta tucked between the two beds. Now, likely they tried to clean the room, but they missed it. I didn't take any chances. At that point, I went up to the front desk. Hi there. I'm going to be very polite about this. Could you get me a room that's been a little more cleaned? And I never go up and rage to these people. Nobody is doing this on purpose. When you go up and go, when you Karen out there and I can't believe this. This is, your outrage means nothing to these people. When you're gone, they will forget you existed. Except for you made someone feel bad who, for no reason. No, not a real reason. Yeah, oh, you were in danger. I understand. So what? Well, what will your outrage accomplish? It's not going to make them do it better next time. It's going to make them think, who the is that? Yeah, don't, gone, bye. That's all it does. So reserve your outrage for places where it will make a difference. Here it will not. So I got another room. And actually they said, hold on. And they had the lady go in and they had her clean another room again. So it got double cleaned. So yeah, my lack of outrage made it so that they were much more likely to be helpful. And they took care of that. Put me in the room and it was all nice and clean and everything. Little travel trick I'm going to give you. Whenever you stay at a hotel, grab, at the front desk, there's almost always a card with the address of the hotel on it. Silly thing. I've driven away to go get something to eat. Hey Siri, take me for somewhere to eat. Wait, oh, she's back there, I can tell. Darn, sorry. So you ask, and it takes you somewhere, and then your phone dies because you didn't plug it in. And you're like, crap, how do I get back to there? Or, oh, I forgot to map where it is or anything. You can then ask someone, you can use your GPS, or when your phone finally pops in, you can put the address back in. Also, if you're at a hotel, this is traveling during the pandemic or not, you're at a hotel and you've got that card with you. And say you go clubbing, so you take an Uber out to somewhere. When you're like, I don't know where I am, and you've been drinking or you're just tired or whatever, all you have to do when you get your Uber or you get your cab if you're civilized, is hand that card to the driver. It's got the address on it. You don't have to remember anything. You don't have to look it up on your phone, anything. You just hand it on there. Another little thing, decent hotels, reputable hotels will do this. You're traveling, you lose your wallet, or you forgot your wallet, or whatever. You go, oh my God, you get the cab. If you're doing Uber, it pays for it online. That's great. Yay, Uber. It's not my favorite, but I'm old-fashioned. I like cabs. You get into the cab. Hey, take me here. They will take you there, and the hotel will actually pay the cabbie and charge it to your room so that you can take care of the stuff. Don't be afraid that you're stuck somewhere. It's a very useful thing. I did this in Istanbul. And I didn't speak Turkish. Civilized Uber driver, mostly. Feral Uber drivers. There should be that, feral Uber drivers and civilized ones. Little sign says feral Uber driver when you get in a car, so you know what you're dealing with. You have to tip them in treats or something. Tip them in raw meat. Here. Sorry, that's going through my head. But yeah, that trick right there is worth the cost of admission. Just carry that card with you. I'm crazy. I carry a map in my car. With the big old Rand McNally maps and stuff like that. I carry those maps. If my phone dies, gets destroyed, anything happens, and there's no phone access, I have a map. I know how to orienteer. Look it up. It means how to read a freaking map. But a little more than that. Sorry, my nose is itching now. But that right there has saved my butt quite often. Just I have gone and just give that card to someone. Um, Another tip is when I'm traveling light. I'm using a backpack. I am not, normally I go to a hotel if I'm going to be there for more than one night. If I'm there for 2 nights, I open the drawers, I put my clothes in, I live very civilized. It's not happening. I bring a backpack. Everything goes into the backpack. Everything comes out of the backpack, goes back into the backpack. My dirty clothes, what do you do with your dirty clothes? You don't want to put them in there with your clean clothes. All your reputable hotels, they have a little bag, a little plastic bag that says laundry on it. And you can get laundry service done. They're washing everything anyway. They'll wash and fold your clothes and everything. They don't care if you steal that bag. It's not going to hurt them. So I take all my dirty stuff and put it in there and then put that into my backpack. But the backpack is staying in one place. When I have to leave, I grab that and I'm gone. It's got everything with it. So I'm ready to go. But also my clothes are not getting all over everything else. Even though contact is not the main thing, I'm still minimizing my contact. Also minimizing my stay. I'm staying in my bed there. If I don't need a shower there, I don't need a shower. If I don't need the water or whatever, I'm using bottled water. These are little things, nothing to be paranoid about. If I had no bottled water, I would drink the water there. It's all about probabilities. That's all it is. Don't shake the hand of the people. Don't get close to them. We all know all these rules, but we don't think about them half the time. Sorry, I'm hitting buttons. It says, please subscribe. If you are going over to my YouTube, hit the subscribe button. It costs nothing. It costs nothing to subscribe. It costs nothing to hit the like button or the notification buttons or anything like that. Nothing. But it does help me. So hey, yay! It's not even begging for money. That comes much later. That comes much later in all this. By the way, I have a new video coming out soon. It's about making a flask, if I remember correctly. And so if you want to watch another how-to video, it'll be popping up just a couple days now. Trying to get everything going all at once. It's kind of a nightmare. It's my nightmare, though. At least I own it. Oh, I just covered up my mic. Getting used to all this, which is weird. I was on television. I should be used to it. You know, I'm used to not doing this. Can't do that. I'm supposed to do this. Keeps that extra chin in there, you know. Especially with the baby face. God, look what that thing. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, it was this morning. I started trimming. I was like, oh, that's right. I was going to grow my beard back, and I forgot. So it's all gone again because nobody wants this big scraggly thing all over the place. There was another one. I do keep extra gas in my car. I have a small gas can. You can even buy okay. Here's a trick. You can buy gasoline for your small engines and stuff like that in a little round can. It says 50 to 1. It means it's a two-stroke gasoline, that type of thing. The good thing about these is they are very secure. You can put them in, once you're done using them for other things, it'll say what they're for. And some of them are just regular gasoline. That little regular gasoline there, and it'll say no ethanol. That little can there is like $10. And you're like, oh, I'm not paying $10 for half-gallon gasoline. If you're stuck on the side of the road, you will pay $10 for a half-gallon of gasoline. You would pay a lot for a half-gallon of gasoline on the side of the road. And this can is very secure. You can put it in your car. You can leave it in your car for a while. I do that all the time. I always have a can with a little bit of gas, just enough to get me 10 miles. Because you don't want to hike 10 miles. You don't want to leave your car while you hike 10 miles. While you hike an hour and a half, 2 hours for your 10 miles. And then you got to get back, maybe get a car. Now everyone goes, I have a phone. Have you ever been in a place that doesn't have phone service? I have. And the reason I'm so snotty about these things is everything I say, I can't believe people act like people say this and it sounds shitty. I have heard all that. It's an urge people have. They like other people to not be right. And in the age of social media, it's become pretty insane. It's become something that people feel they must do. They've got to bring you down a little bit or say something. And even good people fall into this trap. This is why I'm not talking directly to a single person here. I'm saying these are what things people do. They should really stop doing it. It's kind of super shitty. But yeah, keeping the gas in there. Of course, make sure your car is maintained. Check before you go on the trip, if you're going to go somewhere, because we're in special circumstance. Take a second, walk around your car. See if one tire is very low. See if the whole thing's tilting to one side. Just look at it. And then get in your car. Take the extra 10 seconds it takes to look at your car before you take this trip. Because you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck in the cab of a tow truck with the tow truck driver who you don't know what they've been doing. They might be, by the way, might be the cleanest person you've ever met. I've met some lovely tow truck drivers. Honestly, yes. But you don't want to be stuck that close to anybody. And you don't want to be stuck on the side of the road not being able to get a ride. So please take care of this. I recommend, by the way, a lot of you will say, I've got something else. I recommend AAA. Sorry, and they don't pay me. They don't pay me a dime. I've had AAA. I'm in there 20 years. I've been in the car with other people who have other roadside service, and then when theirs failed, I've had to call AAA, which has never failed me. On my epic trip across country, on the side quest, car broke down, and the lady calls her roadside assistance. That's through her insurance, through USAA, in fact. And they eventually were running around trying to look for where we were, couldn't find us, and said, well, you only got 20 miles of towing, and we've used that up just trying to get to you. That's literally what the guy said. So I called AAA. Now my AAA, it's like $100 a year or something like that. Oh, I get 200 miles of towing. The same tow truck driver who just rejected because of that ended up being the guy who came by, picked us all up and took care of everything, or picked the car up and everything. So yeah, AAA, I recommend you get it. If you're going to travel extensively, if you're going to travel more than 100 miles, it's worth $1 a mile to know that you're going to get there. 200 miles, I could literally get towed from my house to my mother's house in Delaware from here, and it doesn't cost me a dime. And by the way, AAA follows the person, not the car. So if I'm in someone else's car and it happens, it actually takes care of that. So you get to be the hero. Yay, team, you get to do that too. That again, one of those things that's worth everything you put into it. What was I thinking of? What was I thinking? I have no idea what I was thinking. I'm going to hit this again because I like that. It says, did you like my new startup? The people who saw from the beginning, where it actually does a countdown and everything like that. I was very proud of myself for doing that. Been playing with my new Stream Deck and my other. Well, now, oh well. So everyone went away and my internet is not working. And it's going to start over again. Oh, well, this is freaking useless. No, there I am. Oh, there I am. Evidently it's working now. Sorry, I get very frustrated with technology. I know why these things happen. I just think that we're at the point it should never happen. And I keep being told, well, that's unrealistic. Well, that would be great if the people who are supplying our internet and all wouldn't lie to us all the time and act like it's never happening. So they suck. That's it. I hate doing this. I have to learn to just focus right there. Anyway, because things are being dodgy here on my internet, I'm going to go. I've done this for a half hour. Hopefully some of what I said will help you if you have to take a trip. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. If you have compliments, give them directly to me. If you have criticism, put them in an envelope, and then just psychically write down what you think my address is and send them to me. Anyway, I am going to go at the moment, and I'm going to ask you to all to go forth and make incredible things.